Jacob, why don't you kick us off? AFC North. What do we got?
All right, in fourth place, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-11.
You calling for that losing record for Mike Tomlin for the first time ever?
I've been calling it for the last 2 freaking years, and he narrowly squeaks by.
Yep.
And I'm tired of it. It's not happening again this year. One man cannot get that lucky.
Right.
Except for like Hugh Hefner. He can get pretty lucky. I have the Browns in third place, narrowly missing the playoffs at 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Ravens as the 6th seed in the playoffs at 13-4, and I have the Bengals at the number 2 seed at 14-3, with their 3 losses coming to week 5 Ravens, week 8 Eagles, week 13 Steelers.
Okay, all right. So I'm in the opposite vein of you when talking about the Steelers. I do have them with a winning record. I will not bet against Mike Tomlin. I'm going to go ahead and just mail it in and assume he's going to have a positive record with another mediocre year of 9-8. Last place in the division at 9-8. I do have the Browns coming in third with a 10-7. Barely missing the playoffs. They would be the 8th seed here in the AFC. I have the Bengals with a 13-4 record as the 5 seed, and the Ravens as the number 1 seed in the AFC with a 14-3. My losses for the Ravens are the Bengals in week 5, the Browns in week 8, and who is the last one? And the Steelers week 11. So literally all within the division. So shout out to that. But yeah, I'm going to mail it in and say that the Steelers will have a winning record. I'm not going to bet against Mike Tomlin. I'm just going to assume he's going to get it done. I am so
confident. I will go on DraftKings tonight and place a $25.
Do it. Let's show the receipts.
I will.
All right. Sounds good. Tyler, what about you? AFC North, what do we got?
I forgot Jameis. Famous Jameis was on Cleveland. So the disrespect that I'm about to... Never mind, it's not disrespectful. They're coming in fourth at 6-11, you know.
That's a little disrespectful.
I mean, it's mainly his pep talks before the game that are the reason they're going to get 6 wins, you know. Nothing on the field. I mean, you know.
That's a little disrespectful.
Unless Ricky's favorite quarterback of all time decides to get hurt. And
hey, I want you to know something right now. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for him now. My beef with him is over.
Clean slate. He's a teacher now.
Clean slate. Even, last year it was a clean slate.
Man,
that's a dangerous clean slate, but what?
For now, it's a clean slate. He does something again. I'm just saying, clean slate for now.
I mean, it's Cleveland. He's not going to do nothing. There's nothing to do with Cleveland.
He could be our quarterback of the future for Dallas, man. I'm just saying, yeah.
Hey, the city of Cleveland about to give up $4.5 billion to make a new indoor stadium.
Ooh.
Damn, just
and
to
it's
lose.
not going to be on the lakefront next to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It'll be in the suburbs. Did you say just to lose?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man.
No,
Jesus.
The organization is threatening to leave the city again if they do not get stadium funding.
Go ahead, leave then.
It's like a situation with Oakland or
Brown
St.
Stadium
Louis.
isn't even that old. It's just because it's an open roof. Like they don't want to play in the. No team wants to play in the elements anymore except for Green Bay and Buffalo.
And Chicago.
And Buffalo's wanting a new stadium.
Oh, well, we're not going to build a ceiling. You know what I mean? It's an advantage. You know.
Anyway, continue on with your picks.
Probably my tough. Yeah. I really want to flip these teams just because, but you know, I'm not gonna. 9-8. Tomlin's getting his winning record again at number 3. Number 2, Cincy 9-8, also tiebreaker.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Hey, they ain't got my boy Tyler Boyd no more. Okay, You catching some losses
Oh.
because of
They
that.
don't need him.
Man,
Yeah,
you're
the team
being
needs them 'cause they got
disrespectful
4
to the
wins,
Browns
okay?
and the Bengals. What's up with you in Ohio right now? Jacob, you're catching some strays, buddy?
I mean,
Ohio.
I don't give a shit about the Browns,
Oh my-
but
Well, I mean,
Oh
like
my
it doesn't. You
gosh.
don't have to give a
He's
shit
got
about
the
the
Florida
Browns. It's just that Ohio's a state.
I'm very, very shocked you have the Bengals not even getting double-digit wins.
No.
They're a Super Bowl caliber team.
Should have paid Tyler Boyd, man. Should have paid Tyler Boyd.
That's
what-
the
He is wide
downfall.
They didn't
receiver
need
number
That's the
him.
three.
downfall.
He was third.
It's a personal. What's it called? You
Beef.
gotta have
Vendetta?
one in. No, you gotta have one in every division. Yeah, fuck Cincy because
Gosh,
of that.
you're killing me.
Fuck Cincy because of that.
They do got some nice uniforms. I ain't gonna lie. But other than that,
That white
don't care.
tiger uniform. Ooh.
they're pretty crisp. I ain't gonna lie. So obviously, number 1, Baltimore, with a 2 seed at 14-3.
Hmm.
So I realized we was doing seeds because I have no idea what the seeds would be.
Well, see,
I just wrote down numbers.
see, since we're on playoff predictor, it's just automatic. That's why I've been shouting it out. All right, Ricky, what
I ain't
about
got it
you?
on my laptop.
What about you in your AFC North? What do you got?
No, Lord, I don't have what Tyler has. That's for sure. I do have the Steelers with a losing record this year.
Hmm.
I struggle with the Steelers quite a bit just because I want to give that respect to Mike Tomlin. I have them going 8-9
Barely.
but before I did all this, like before I adjusted to things, I had them with only 6 wins. So I'm just telling you guys, this could be a first for Mike Tomlin. There's just so much up there that is just uncertain. But like Russell Wilson, are you going to get the Russell Wilson that we know can play football, or are we going to get the same Russell Wilson that we've had, with the exception of 2 or 3 games last year? You just never know, and that's where the respect comes in for Mike Tomlin. Is maybe he'll turn it around. I don't know. I have the Browns. Cannot believe you only had them winning 6 games, Tyler. That's so disrespectful. I have the Browns with the 7th seed. I have them getting into playoffs at 12-5. So I do have the Browns getting in as a 7th seed. I have the Bengals going in as the 6th seed at 13-4, and I have the Ravens with the number 1 seed at 14-3.
I think we're all in the same boat when it comes to the Ravens with that 14-3.
I'm not. I flip. I have them
Yeah.
13-4 with the Bengals 14-3.
Right.
Yep.
That could happen. That could happen too. I really struggled with that, just because I know with the Bengals healthy, Joe Burrow has to be healthy.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow stays healthy, yeah, like Jacob said, there's their both contender team.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the show, Shane.
So
You coke saying motherfucker.
listen, it's a Coke, okay?
No, it's not. You guys are.
I blame. Listen, I understand the argument. I understand that it's not everything a Coke, but the thing is, my mom grew up in Hick Dick Town, Alexander. Okay, so when I was growing up, everything to her was a Coke. So when she would ask me, "Hey, what Coke do you want?" I would always say Sprite or Mountain Dew or whatever. So it's just the way I've been raised. So it is what it is. But intellectually, I understand that a Mountain Dew is not a Coke. Only a Coca-Cola is a Coke.
Well, at
But
least you got that down.
I'm still gonna do it because that's the way I am.
Well, I hate you. Well, I haven't shout out your AFC North picks. So, what you got for the AFC North? I do know what they are, so I know yours is a little bit different. Kinda. It's kind of the same, but different records.
Same, but different. Okay.
Exactly.
So I will agree with Jacob and Ricky. I do have the Steelers finishing last with a losing record at 7-10.
Thank you.
I also have the Browns finishing third at 7-10.
That's disrespectful.
Whoa! Wow!
You and Tyler both very disrespectful to the Browns.
It's personal vendetta, I guess.
Listen, I broke down the schedule and I just forgot to save it on my phone. But it is what it is. I actually wanted to have the Bengals to go 11-6, but I didn't have them going 10-7, finishing with the 7 seed in the playoffs, and I have the Ravens finishing with the number 1 seed in the playoffs, going 15-2 and 5-1 in the conference or division.
So yeah, we are all on the Ravens train.
I think the only loss I have from the Ravens is the Bengals in Cincinnati. I think it's like week 6 or 7 or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then I have them losing to the Chiefs. The 49ers at the end of the year.
Yeah, so with
like
the exception
13
of
or
Jacob, we're all on the Ravens train.
Let's be real here. The Ravens are gonna get some, they're gonna garner some heat, and then they're all going to get injured. They're all going to get torn ACLs again.
That's crazy.
It happens every single year. I am shocked that not a single Raven had a torn ACL out of training camp.
And I mean, I'm going to agree to disagree. I'll agree to the fact that they are very injury prone. I'll also disagree because last year they were pretty healthy for the most part. Now, I will say this much. When it comes playoff time, I don't have the Ravens going to the AFC Championship game. I don't have them going to the Super Bowl. They're not. I don't think they're going to be that. I think they can play contention to it. But if you guys look, Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, doesn't he have about the same record Dak Prescott has in the playoffs?
Yep.
Basically.
Dak actually has majority of his stats are better. Dak is.
Well,
Except
I
for
was actually going to
obviously the
ask that
record.
question. Like, while we're all very high on the Ravens being regular season goats, because I mean they have been really good in the regular season. Same conversation that we had about the Dolphins earlier. Is this the year that the Ravens can take it to the next step? I mean, obviously we're all high on the team, but are we high on the team beyond the regular season?
I think Derrick
Probably
Henry.
not.
I think Derrick Henry not having to carry the ball as much, right?
Fresher
'cause
legs.
I think if he would have went to any other team but the Baltimore Ravens, he would have replaced their number 1 rusher, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Going to the Ravens, he didn't. Lamar is their top rusher. Now, it's not only going to help Lamar with not rushing so much, but it's also going to help with Derrick Henry not having to rush as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're not going to have a banged up, exhausted Derrick Henry going into the playoffs, and I think that's going to severely help.
Derrick Henry doesn't have that much experience in the playoff.
You
It's
don't
a
need
totally
to.
different game.
He's a runner.
But
you don't need to.
he's still rushing for God knows how many carries in the regular season.
He ain't a quarterback.
They don't have playoff experience because by the time they get there, he's already at 900 rushes for the year.
Yeah, I mean they've been to AFC Championship game a couple times, but it's also like you don't need experience, man. He ain't a quarterback. Just give him the damn ball, let him run, and he'll have fresher legs because he's actually got a team that can pass and have a quarterback that can make some magic happen. I mean, I think it's a good point with Derrick Henry, but now it is the Ravens, so they have a history of torn ACL. So knock on some wood here. Hopefully that don't happen.
And they do not have a better offensive line than the Titans do.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
And I'm not betting on the Ravens in the playoffs.
I mean, I'm not either.
Neither am I.
I'm not either, but I definitely think they can potentially win a playoff game. Potentially. We'll see.